This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
We're back.
welcome back to another episode of We Them Girls Podcast.
We them girls.
That girl Mel here.
Annabelle in the cut. Look who's back.
Her mommy.
Y'all's favorite guest. Everybody that we ask say or says that you are their favorite guest.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
We
We
missed
glad to have
y'all.
you back.
I missed y'all.
I know, even though I saw you earlier.
They love me.
Y'all, my mama, Tracey Bradley, is back on the couch, on a different couch.
The minister, the author.
Listen.
She's an author now, y'all. I know last time she said she had a book coming out. The book is out.
It's
It's
out.
here.
It is
It's
good.
here. It's here.
And she's got a workbook to go with it.
It's here.
Necessary.
right.
Say the name of it.
Well, so the one that you see, Necessary Affliction, is the story of my life that we're going to talk a little bit about. You all heard I think a few things we talked about the last time I was here. And the workbook is, God is so amazing. So She Is Me, the course that I teach, is in the book. So you can either buy the book on Amazon or on my website, or you can see me and join the course and I'll teach you personally.
The course is
It's so good.
amazing.
So go to my website. Can I plug my website now?
Absolutely.
So you can find me. Listen, y'all, I've been doing some things.
Done did a whole lot since
I've
last
been
time.
busy since the last time.
Get
Yes.
to it.
So let's go on and lay the foundation.
Mhm.
So my website is sheismeministry.com.
Mhm.
No www. Sheismeministry.com.
No www.
No www.
Now, I have been busy. I am now on social media. You can find me
That's
on. That's right. I've been busy. Facebook is sheisme.min. .min. Sheisme.min. That's Facebook. I'm also on IG. I'm Instagram.
Eh?
Sheisme.ministry. That's on Instagram. Sheisme.ministry. And guess who has a YouTube channel?
Check her out.
I've been busy.
That's
I've been busy.
right.
She.is.me.ministry. Okay? That's a whole lot. But listen, I had to be
You out
different,
here.
and She Is Me was taken by somebody. So, She Is Me Ministry with the dot in between. She.me.no.
She.is.me.ministry.
What she said. That's me.
We're going to put it in the description, y'all.
In the
Don't worry about it.
description. Description.
What they said.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm all those places now. So
Look at you.
You being busy.
That's right.
busy. I've been busy.
Everybody's been busy.
working
We
from
said
home.
2024.
More in 24. More in 24.
I said more in 2024.
More in 24 sounds better.
It does.
Yeah.
That was a little long.
Short.
When I said.
You know I like short.
It
Yeah.
still works. It still works.
That's funny.
Well, we're so glad to have you back now that you got like,
So
Everything developed.
yeah.
I know, and it's been amazing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the women have been so receptive, and I have just so enjoyed pouring into other women and inspiring and lifting them up and just spending time with the Lord, which is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing the fruit of it. Seeing the fruit of it. It's
dope.
amazing.
It looks like you are like so in your element now. Like you ain't never scared or nervous to like speak to people and people just gravitating towards you.
It's amazing. It is. And I know it's because this is God's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take credit for it. The assignment was his from day one.
Mm-hmm.
I know that he's driving. I'm just following him.
Mhm.
So I don't have to worry,
Yeah.
right? I don't have to be afraid. I just, from day one, I have told people that I have given him the yes.
Mhm.
And so now I depend on him to do the rest, right? And so he has, in amazing ways, he has shown up and shown out,
Mhm.
donating office space and money and food and monetary donations and just everything. Volunteering. I mean, everything. Um, that she is me has been able to do so far has just been by God putting people into place. I have literally prayed, God, send them to me because this is your vision, right? You're just using me. And he has.
And when he sends them, it's gonna be the right people
Mhm.
instead of you going out and seeking people and
Yes.
they on the line with what you got going
The
on.
right people at the right time in the right places with the right gifts and the right spirit and the right attitude, right? The right gifts and the right talents and information. I mean, all of that he has brought in place. And so I'm so excited. I'm excited about the boot camp.
I'll tell you.
Listen. I'm excited. So She Is Me is having her first boot camp. So God gave me, I know this is him. I know it was him. I felt so strongly in my spirit and heard him say, go get the girls. Go get the girls, right? High school girls. So the boot camp starts at age 14 because we're going to be teaching out of the workbook, right? Journey of Transformation, and some of that information is kind of weighty, right? So I want the girls to at least be in high school, so 14 and up. Come with your mom, your grandmother, your aunts, big sisters, friends, right? But can you imagine if at 14, 15, 16, they get the information that we're getting now, 30 and 54, right? If you learn who you are and you develop self-confidence and self-worth in your teens instead of having to be crushed several times before you get it, right? If you learn what budgeting looks like now instead of having a bad credit score right out the bat, right? Or when you get your first job, you don't know what to do with your money, right? I mean, so many things. So I'm excited. So we're going to have a lesson and we're going to move. We're going to do Zumba and they're going to get a healthy breakfast. I know. I normally cook. I know, y'all. I know. And I thought about it. I did. But I was like, really, Tracy? A whole meal in the park?
Breakfast.
No, they're going to get apples and oranges.
Y'all gonna eat afterwards.
Yeah.
Granola bars.
Right? Granola bars and fruit and bottled water because we're going to do Zumba.
They don't want
in
to
the
be out
park.
there.
Oh, it's going to be so
When
much
is
fun. It starts this Saturday, June 15th. From 11 to 12:30 at Shavley Park in Louisville, Kentucky. And it's free. It's absolutely free. It's free.
Oh, I might pull up. I'm able to work out. But
For 10 weeks. For 10 weeks.
Ooh,
From
that's gonna
June
be fun.
15th to August 17th, every Saturday in Shavley Park from 11 a.m. to 12:30. We are going to build ourselves, build our mind, body, and soul, build muscle in our bodies, but muscle in our souls. And come on.
coming. Yeah, see what time we gotta be.
11 to 12:30. Schedule your clients around.
We don't have none. We gotta do the Juneteenth event.
That's right, because I will be with. Yes, let's make a day of it. Okay, they'll be there. So y'all gotta come now.
I might not be able to work out, but I'm gonna pop up.
That's all right. That's all right. Come on.
Save me an apple.
Not say me.
Got you. An apple and a granola bar.
Right.
And some water and banana.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be
is.
wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Yes. So come on.
Very excited about it.
I'm excited.
It made me think of something. So, you know how, like, people say that this generation won't, well, not this generation, a lot of celebrities or, like, wealthy people, once they, like, make it, they end up having kids or whatever. And they be like, I'm scared that my kids won't know, like, the or won't have like the self determination and the get up and go and the just really having to work for stuff
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't have to struggle at all.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think that it's up to the parents to teach them.
Right.
So if you think that your child is going to struggle because they don't have to, or they don't know the struggle, right? They didn't struggle the way that the parent did, then teach them,
Right.
right? Give them responsibility. Y'all have responsibility,
Right.
right? So give them chores and make them earn a little money, or I mean, there's nothing wrong. Listen, in order to build a work ethic, right? Gotta work.
Right.
Gotta work.
So if you're not teaching your child to work, then you're doing them a disservice. Even if it's cutting the grass or doing their own laundry or doing household chores, whatever it is, I mean, teach them.
Right.
Because it's up to the parent to raise them.
I think a lot of the ones that say that think that because this is the way that you made it, this is the only way that it is to make it. And it's like, you don't have to struggle. Kids don't have to struggle in the way that the parents struggled in order to be successful. Just because that was the road that you had to go down in order to reach your level of success. That doesn't have to be their story.
It's not.
But you still are a parent, so
You have to
have a
parent your
job to do.
children. You absolutely have a job to do. And you have to pour into your children. It's not anybody else's responsibility. It's not the school system.
No.
It's not the church. It's not the Sunday school teacher or the priest. It's the parents' responsibility to raise, teach, mold, shape, and prepare their child for the world.
And not be scared of your kids.
Not be scared of your
That
kids.
part.
Because a lot of y'all be like, I'm just so scared to, I don't want to invade their privacy.
Children don't have privacy.
No.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I'm old school. I'm 54 years young.
That's
Not old. But children don't have privacy. Now, they do have their own mind, so they can think and give them a journal, let them write, right? But listen, no locking the doors. And no, what was it? The one bomber, remember, he was building bombs in his parents' garage.
Right. And there was another one that was doing
yeah.
something in his
And
bedroom.
they never went in there because they were giving him his privacy. Excuse me.
insane.
Take the
No.
door off the hinges.
Hello.
How you didn't know your son had all these firearms and bombs in your house?
No.
That's
crazy.
insane.
How's he getting them in there?
Right.
No. No. The children should not have their phones locked. Who's paying the bill?
Here.
Don't let them lock the phones because y'all need to know what they looking at on TikTok
swear.
and who's talking to them. So no, I'm sorry. Children don't need privacy. They need a parent. Now, when they get out of your house, they can have all the privacy they want. But no.
Preach.
No.
Period.
Period.
I know.
And don't be your child's friend. I'm sorry. Be a parent. You have plenty of time to be a friend. Be a parent. Were we friends? No. She thought I was the meanest
No,
mother.
I did not.
You did used to say I was mean. Oh my God, you're
She
so
be
mean.
overgeneralizing so much.
Okay.
It was only when
She couldn't.
I
go
got
free.
to like high school and she still wanted me to dress
Ah,
I did.
like I was going in for an interview or something.
I'm a weak.
And
I
I
was so strict.
wanted to dress a certain way, and she just would not let me.
I would not. I would not. I was a mama bear. And you
I
see
was
how she turned out?
Well, they get to work. She was like, "Well, I'm not they mama."
That's what they all say.
That's right.
And I ain't your little friend.
I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
That's why
I'm
I'm
your
not
mother.
posting none of them old pictures because I looked crazy.
I seen a post where
She
parents-
probably did compared to today's children. She probably did, but she turned out wonderful.
'cause they
I wouldn't
do a
change
little
a
different
thing.
now.
Oh,
But
it's
yeah.
real different now.
Yeah.
But I seen a post of a parent who has like a snack cart and has money. And you have to do chores to earn money to buy snacks. Like, you're not going to sit up in the house and just eat all the snacks. She had an organizer on the back of the pantry door, and it had all the snacks and
chart.
how much they cost. And you had to do your chores, earn that Monopoly money, and then you could buy a snack.
That.
I'm going to do that.
That's a good idea.
And
Yeah.
you were charged
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did.
daily chores and your name and your I absolutely. I
I just
like
had to
that
keep my room clean.
because listen, kids can eat.
They can eat.
They can, and especially in the summer. Oh my God! Like we need a second job just to feed them in the summertime because kids can eat. So yeah, earn this money so you can buy your snacks. I like that.
I'm gonna go get some money at the store.
I like that Monopoly money. All that
And you can teach them how to. You can teach them how to count money. Yeah.
man and budget and save.
That's
Ooh,
smart.
That's
Yep.
a great idea.
I said, "Ooh, I can't wait to use that."
Yeah, you should. You should. Great idea.
That's hilarious. Well, y'all, moral of the story is
What's the moral of the story?
your kids don't have to struggle the way you did in order to be successful.
Absolutely not.
Steve Harvey said he don't pay nothing for his kids.
Huh?
Steve Harvey don't pay for nothing for his kids.
Because they
gotta
said, I'm rich,
Not you.
not you.
Absolutely.
And that's for real.
That's real.
I work for this money, not you.
Real. That's real.
So you got to go out here and get it.
That's
Go get it. Just
Like,
like
you
I
gonna
did.
live a good life.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
But you not just finna freeload your entire life just
And then
because
act
your
like a
parents
spoiled
rich.
brat.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because once I'm gone, even if I do have investments and all of it, like, once I'm gone, you not gonna know how to do anything
Right.
because you depended on me for everything.
You have to have your own work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. And even if you're an entrepreneur, you still need a work ethic.
Mhm.
I don't care if you're a day trader. You got to get up. And even if you don't leave your house and that's all you do is sit on a computer and trade all day long, you still got to wake up. You have to be responsible. You have to be organized. All of that. So, yes, parents, teach your kids how to work.
Yeah. And don't become an entrepreneur if you don't have a work ethic.
Oh, please. 'Cause
Facts.
you're going to be broke.
You gonna be broke. Ain't nobody telling you to get up and go to work.
You're going to be broke. You're going to be broke. So start at 9 to 5 first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it.
Start
Highly
with a 9 to
recommend.
5 first.
And shoot, keep it for real to fund your entrepreneurship.
Quit that job and you ain't got no money to start your other business.
Because you need some health insurance.
Yeah.
You need some dental insurance.
We'll get that
You
dental.
need some life insurance.
Get the
not fund me. You need
I
some
seen
life
a
insurance.
story, y'all. And it was a news story. And it was this black lady, and she had like 2-3 kids. And she picked her family up and moved to California, I think, because she wanted to be a social media influencer. She wasn't a social media influencer yet.
Okay.
She didn't have nowhere to live. She ain't had no job. But because she saw that online the influencers was the ones that was making all the money, that's what she wanted to do with her life. And so now her and her kids is homeless.
The influencers are in cults.
All of them ain't.
I know that. But some of the ones that's seeking something.
I'm weak.
That's what we talked
Yeah,
about
that's terrible.
on our last one.
Terrible.
Terrible decision.
That's irresponsible.
Yeah, very.
Responsible. It's a terrible decision
Yes.
to not think about your children.
Because you think that this is what's going to make you rich.
Or the ones that just get up and give up their homes to be a like travel in mobile homes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a backup?
Oh, that's probably just what they wanted to do. You know, some people really do just live by the city they
What do
in.
they call them? Backpackers?
And some people do. I mean, if you don't have a mortgage, you don't have any bills,
You don't have any kids.
you know, and if you have some passive income coming in some other way,
That's different.
it's
Yeah.
different. Because I would absolutely love that. I would love to have an RV and just travel from state to state.
Yeah, you said that.
I did, didn't I? I said that like 15, 20 years ago. That's what I want to do. Like, that's a dream of mine, is to get a nice, like a Patti LaBelle RV. Just like a nice
I ain't know she had an
house.
RV.
Yeah. Aretha Franklin had an RV. But yeah, that's a dream of mine, is to have an RV and just travel. I would love that. Yeah.
But she going to have some income coming in.
Absolutely, because these are just my first 2 books. It's going to be a series. Since we're talking about books, you can go to Amazon and get these books. You can also go to my website, and I would really, really love for you all to be blessed, inspired.
Yes.
The book is good. Go read it. I read it on the plane on the way back home.
Give me a book review. Tell me how you felt about it, and then we'll talk about it. What was your
reading
impression?
your book? I would have never known that you went through all that you went through. So that's why they say you can never judge a book by its cover. Not that I was judging, but I just never knew that you had to go through all of this.
All of
you
that
did.
necessary
Yes.
affliction.
And y'all, I read the whole I only have 2 chapters left. You know, and it's crazy. I read the whole thing on the plane coming back from Punta Cana, and I done got home and I
Put it down.
Put it down. Only got 2 chapters left.
I'm gonna need you to pick
I'm
it
gonna
up
finish them.
and finish.
I'm gonna go read them tonight
Read
because
it.
I ain't got nothing to watch on TV.
And then go to Amazon and write
leave
a
the
review.
Yeah, because I subscribe to the YouTubes. Now I gotta leave my review.
Yes.
But it is so good. Like, I felt like I was reading something about somebody that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciated that because it's like, yeah, I know you, but I don't know you. Now I know you.
Now you-
But it's really good.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Thank you.
I liked it a lot.
And you're almost finished. So when you
I
get to the
know.
end, you really have to tell me
Oh,
how you felt about how I tied it up at the end. Okay.
you
So have you
see?
finished it?
I got 1 chapter left.
Okay. I know y'all busy.
Listen.
We've been busy since we got back.
Yeah,
Man.
Okay, so what you think?
I thought it was amazing. I told her I couldn't put it down. I was almost late to work one day. I came rushing in her house. I had to help her with something. I said, I couldn't put your book down. But it literally, each chapter leaves you wanting to know what's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't put it down. You just got to keep on reading.
Keep turning the pages.
Now, as her daughter, it was some parts that were harder to read than others. Some of it, I lived
Through it.
but didn't know how you were experiencing it. So that was like crazy to read. Like I knew how I experienced it, but you were the one that was like really actually going through it. So it was like, wow. I didn't know a whole lot of that. I didn't know a lot of your childhood trauma because I told her not to tell me.
She did. She did.
Because I knew I wasn't ready to hear it then. I was ready to, once I like picked it up, because I had the book for a while. And I told Deanna, I was like, she was like, have you read it yet? I was like, nah, I feel like you got to be like ready to read it. Like, especially for me, because I'm her daughter. So I know I'm going to read some stuff about my mama that I just didn't know or didn't expect. And so once I picked it up, I was like, okay, I'm good now. And it's intense to read.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because like she said, looking at her, you wouldn't know that she went through any of that. But to see how God brought you out of all of that, and still you have all of this love to give people, because you know a lot of people go through all of that, and you can see it on them, and they may not have recovered from it. But
They're not healed.
yeah. So to see you healed, and just honestly to see how much you've healed within like the past year.
Yeah.
To even be ready to put it out, because for a long, we've all been telling her to write a book for it.
They really have. Melanie has told me that my life is a Lifetime movie because you know Lifetime movies are like my book,
Yep.
right? And so she has been saying it for years. You need to write a book. You know, I'm and actually, I've started several times. I started during COVID. Put it down. Started when I bought my house because I was by myself. Put it down. But it wasn't until last year when I truly, truly gave God that yes that changed the trajectory of my life for real, y'all.
Are you going to turn it into an audiobook?
I am.
Ooh,
and I think I'm going to use my own little
should.
country slang.
Yes.
Good.
I am. Y'all heard. I know. And I'm not even from Georgia or Alabama or the Carolinas where people think I'm from. I'm from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I think it gets more twangy the older
Mine
I
does
get.
too.
Yeah.
Mine does.
That's right.
But I feel like you have a very soothing voice. Like,
Especially when you be like, right?
she be like, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm the country mama, auntie, granny. I'm everybody's mama now, and I love it. I mean, it just
Eating it up.
Been wearing your natural hair out and
Listen, let me tell y'all something. So this is a whole transition. So my coach, Brandy Nicole, when you see this, she said that. So that was one of my challenges as a part of my evolution last year was to wear my natural hair and to go with no makeup and all of that. I still haven't done the go out to eat by yourself. That was one of my
Oh,
exercises.
you probably love it.
That's what I told him.
I've been so busy.
You probably love it.
Okay, so Brandy, I'm still gonna do that challenge. I still have not gone out to dinner.
Like a coffee shop or something. Go to Black Coffee. You'll really like it.
Oh, you would love.
Do I like them? Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay. But Brandy told me that I was going to love my natural hair and I was going to wear it for the rest of the year.
It looks good.
It looks amazing.
I told Mel at church, I said, look at your mama's hair.
Every time I see you from like behind and you've got your natural hair, I forget that it's you.
Yeah, because I was looking, I was like, let me not walk up on this lady.
So y'all, listen, let me tell you something. I did not know I had these curls.
They poppy.
All my life, I did not know that I had this grade of hair. I did not. I didn't know the length of I did sometimes when she would braid it, but I didn't know like when you would straighten it. I never knew how long my hair was. I never knew that I had curls and waves because
We taught that our hair is nappy.
She used to say it all the time. Used to make me so mad.
And I would just wash it and let her braid it up. So I never I don't know. I just
It
never
just is
noticed.
slick. Come on.
I never noticed
See?
the type of the grade of hair that I had. I never ever, all my life, I've had this grade of hair and never knew because I was told.
Good, I like it.
And I was relaxing it for so
And
long.
I wore a relaxer. And then after the relaxer, then it was wigs. And that was for convenience because my kids were young and I was rushing out the door to get them to school and work and all that. And then after that, wigs became popular. It wasn't just for, the old ladies at church. So once I found a style that I liked and I wore that style for a while, and then I was like, well, let me go to the wig shop and see what else is out there. And so I wore wigs probably through my 20s and 30s. And in my 40s, I think is when the crochet came. And I've been wearing crochet for the last 10, almost 15 years.
Long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long. I was like, you don't even do your hair.
Ever.
I do.
Nobody
your hair.
ever
So
saw my hair.
why don't you just transition to natural? Because it's not like you're gonna have to like care for it right now. Because I was the only one that was doing it. And so she finally did. She was like, it's just so nappy. Look at all this new growth. I said, if your new growth is coming in as waves, then you don't have nappy hair.
But even in that natural transition, it was still braided and I was still wearing crochet. So I still never saw it.
Until I had took that picture or video of your hair while I was shampooing it in the bowl. And I showed you, was like, is that my hair? I was like, yeah.
Never knew I had curls and waves. Never, ever, ever.
Embrace the natural, y'all.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
You never know what you get.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, let me go on be honest, because they're not going to tell you this part. It's a lot of work.
It is
it's
some people, it's a lot of work.
A lot of work because you have to figure out what products work, right? So I went through a lot of different gels. My friend Kanisha told me about leave-in conditioner and oil, mixing that right before you put your gel in. But then, y'all, you have to wet your hair every day to make your curls pop again, and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a
but
lot
you
of
have to
work.
have patience for it.
You do.
And we got some products for you that we're gonna let you experiment. And we're gonna experiment on you.
They don't get me together because right now I'm just using
Well, tell them.
just some gel and some water and a little oil and.
From where?
Cause even with no, don't you dare say nothing.
I am. So no, I'm not gonna tell y'all what kind of products I use because
Do you got a whole lot of
I'm
products
cheap.
or you just got a couple?
I just got a couple. Cause
Okay.
you know where I get it
Because you know, like a lot of like women who transition to natural, like are product junkie. Like I
No.
still have a bunch of products, and I don't I got lots, and I
Mm-mm.
use what I use at the shop on Charlie's Iron. I still got a lot of products. I'm gonna throw them away though,
I
cause
buy a couple at a time. And I just keep putting water in my little spritz water bottle, and I just spritz it every morning to, and I go. Look at that.
I'm weak. Yeah, it's so much that you can do with your natural hair.
It is. It is. It is. And I do like that. And especially now that the pool is open, so I can just get in the pool and not have to worry about, my hair. So I
Right.
do like that. Did I hit that?
mm-mm.
And just getting up and go,
Mhm.
Even this morning for church, you know.
It was so cute.
It was.
I like it down.
I know what I'm doing now. I wear it down, I wear it up, I wear it to the side.
You do more with your natural hair than I do. Y'all see what's on my head.
You see mine.
So, yeah,
Be wigging it.
I mean, as long as I spray it in the morning.
Mhm.
We should try a twist out on it.
Ooh.
That would be real cute.
Mhm.
Remember I said I want some bangs?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You might have to cut it though in the front. I mean, we can do that. Yeah,
I think it'll be all right.
that'd be cute.
Huh?
So, yeah, we're gonna get you some influence,
They're
right?
gonna get me together.
Mhm. Brought to you by the Man and Beauty Bar.
Period. Yeah. Yeah. So we gave our review on the book.
Yes.
Mhm.
How was it for you writing it?
Ooh, so let me tell you. So we're gonna start with Necessary Affliction. So the title is Necessary Affliction because it was necessary. The
Mhm.
pain that I went through,
Mhm.
right? The affliction that I went through to get me to where I am now. Okay. A blueprint from pain to purpose. Okay. I prayed before I even started. I prayed because I had to ask God to help me with my memories.
Mm.
Because 54 years is a long time. And so I wanted to make sure that it was as accurate
Mhm.
as possible. So I just started kind of jotting down some things. Um, and the crazy part is once I really started getting into some of the trauma in my early years, I felt it in my body.
They say
felt-
trauma is stored in your body.
It is. I promise you it is. I promise you it is because I would literally tense up my muscles with tense as I was typing. So I really, really felt it in my stomach. I would have stomach cramps. I felt it in my back. At one point, I would feel like my lip kind of,
Quiver.
Twitch.
but yeah, yeah. Yeah. I didn't cry through any of it. I didn't cry while I was writing it. I cried when after it was published and in the book, and I read it. Then I cried because I was like, "Oh my God, this is so traumatic."
Mhm.
But I made
Right.
it.
Mhm.
Right? I survived, and that's why I cried.
So do you think like all the feelings that you was feeling while you was writing, do you think it was more so you getting upset or mad at all the stuff that you had to go through?
I think it was me reliving it because I could visualize it. I could smell scents. I could hear sounds. I could see facial expressions and right. So I was reliving it.
Because it's one thing for us to read a story, but you actually writing your own story. You went through all of it. So all of your senses
Mhm.
that were
activated.
ignited during the
Yes.
actual trauma were reactivated once you was writing it. That's crazy. I never even thought about it like that.
Absolutely. And so that's why my body felt it, right? So some of the traumatic parts, and we can talk about it now because the book is out. So again, go out and get it. And I won't go into a lot of detail because I want you all to read it. But I was raped and molested at an early age. And then I was raped again in high school and had an abortion. And then in my second marriage, I was strangled by my husband. And so some of those physical acts and traumas that, like you said, that I went through, especially as a child, right? Having to write the details of it. And I didn't go into a whole lot of detail. Because I want Lily to read it, and I wanted you to read it, and right,
But it's enough to visualize
Yeah.
it.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
Because I was
reading it.
visualizing.
Yeah. Like, I was reading it and I was visualizing the kid and then the adult and the wife. And I could see all of that. And I think, like, I just try to put the visuals in a story anyway. So it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. So I did. I felt it. I felt it. Um, and like I said, I could smell, you know,
That's crazy.
colognes
Mm.
and hear voices and see facial expressions
Dang.
and feel it, right? And so my body felt it.
Mm-hmm.
But God's strength and God's grace, He got me through it.
Did it feel good to get it out? Like,
did.
like you felt it, but then you were actually able to like
Yes.
put that somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
Do you think that's like helping you with, like, because Mel said earlier that you just seem so comfortable when you stand up in front of people and you speak? Do you feel like getting all of it out has helped you become more comfortable with speaking about it or speaking to other women?
No, well, I think me, it's always been a passion of mine to talk to women, right? You know that even when I taught Daughters of Promise at one of my previous churches. And so it's always, I've always been comfortable talking to women because if anybody knows me, they know that I'm just real. I am who I am, right? I've never tried to be anybody else as far as, I guess, trying to be like. I've never tried to be like anybody else, like as far as expressing myself. So because I've always been in women's ministry, it's always come natural to talk. Even when I did my first message at church last year, I said that I was more comfortable in the pulpit speaking, delivering a message than I am singing a solo, and I've been singing all my life. And it's because I am such a perfectionist, kind of. Which is bad because I know only Jesus is perfect, but I, try to do the best I can. And so, when it comes to singing, it's so funny. All my friends tell me that no matter what I sing, it sounds like I'm singing gospel. Sounds like I'm singing a church song. Everything. I can be singing Beyonce, and it's gonna come out singing like a church song, a gospel song. So, but speaking is it's my passion. It really is. I'm so passionate because I believe in what I'm talking about, which is the love of God,
You have
right?
to.
Because I love God so much, and I always have. I've always been a church girl, and because I know what God has done for me, I've always just been so passionate about delivering that message to anybody else, but through love, right? Because so many times, church folk, right, in the church were condemned, right? It's fire and brimstone. It's you going to hell, no matter what your sin is, big sins and little sins. Now it's all sin, right? And so, God told me from the very beginning that He is love, right? Now, that doesn't mean that His word is not true because we know what sin is. And so I'm not going to say anything that's not in His word, right? But I'm not going to condemn you for your lifestyle and your sin, knowing that I'm still dealing with my own, right? Or because I'm not perfect, I'm not. The word says, He that casts the first stone, whoever's not in sin, you throw the stone. We all got sin, right? So I'm not going to condemn anybody else for the sin that they commit because they have to answer to God for it, not me, right? But God still tells me to tell the truth, right? That's in the word. So, yes, I know I'm very clear on my assignment. And my assignment in this season is to inspire and empower women on their journey to healing and wholeness with the word of God. That's it. That's it. Just share with them what He did for me. That's all I do.
Straight up.
And hey, that's it. That's it. So I'm just gonna love on you. I might cook you something because I like to cook.
We
I'm
like
give
to
you-
cook.
Listen, and I like to feed you. And
We like to eat.
And I'm gonna give you lots of hugs and kisses, and I'm gonna call you and check on you and text you, and Now, if we online, I can't cook for you, but I show love on you. And that's it. That's all I want to do for the rest of my life. It's just help people. That's it. That's it.
We told you it was gonna get big.
I believe that. I believe that God told me, which is my tagline on my YouTube channel, y'all, is inspiring women around the world. And the Lord told me that this is going to be a global ministry because she is me. She is for sisters hurting everywhere and sisters healed everywhere because God don't want you to hurt, right? He wants you to heal. So you have to take that journey of transformation so that you could go from hurting to healed. And women really are hurting all over the world. And he wants them to be healed all over the world. So he's calling me. He's giving me that assignment to go around the world and help heal women.
I love it.
I love it too.
And I love it because it's not just black women. Because I know a lot of
It's not.
us in the black church, for some reason, when we envision Christianity, we only envision black Christians. And when we get to heaven, I'm sorry, y'all gonna be shocked when y'all see all these other races.
Because Jesus is not just in Louisville, Kentucky. The Holy Spirit
Right.
is all over the Asia. You never been there? People there. And Australia and Antarctica and Greece and Africa.
We're going all of them.
All of those places. All of those places. I want to go around the world. And I know the Lord is going to send me there. So
He surely
I'm
is.
excited. I'm ready to go.
He surely is.
That's right.
Were you ever nervous about anybody, like specific people, reading the book?
No.
That's what's up.
No, I was not because it's my story to tell.
To tell.
It's my story to tell, and because there are no lies in the book. There is a mistake. Now, this was brought to my attention that in one of the chapters I wrote about my biological father, and I said that he was in the Navy, and he brought it to my attention that it wasn't the Navy, it was the Army. But I wrote that the way that it was told to me was. So although I made the mistake of writing Navy instead of Army, it was a mistake. It wasn't intentional because that's what was
That
told
was
to
what
me.
was told to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, some folks don't know the difference.
Yeah.
It is. What
Well,
it is.
Yeah.
It happens.
So, but no, I was not. I was not. It's my story to tell. It's the truth of. It's my truth. It's what happened to me, and it wasn't about nobody else.
Right.
It was about helping other people that would read the story. So I'm not here to protect anybody. Now I didn't name names. So that's another reason why I was not afraid because you know who you are.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
Period.
you know who you are. So, because your name is not in black and white, you know who you are. So there was no reason for me to be afraid
Period.
at all.
You can't be mad at me telling my story.
You cannot.
Not at all.
I think that is something that really bothers me about, like, when something happens between two people and one person speaks out about it. They like, oh, they just chasing clout, or they just want attention, or why they had to say something now. And it's like, you do realize that when two people experience something or go through something, it's two people experiencing it. So that's two people's stories. So who are you to tell me that I can't tell my story?
Right.
So
Absolutely. And the I didn't. It's taken me a while, right? It's taken me a while to tell the story. So whether it happened 40, 50 years ago or whether it happened 4 years ago, right? It's in the book. I didn't put it on Facebook. I didn't put it on Instagram.
right. So if don't nobody
And they say if you want to keep something from a black person, put it in a book.
But y'all
y'all gonna get that book. Y'all read it. Y'all open that up and y'all read every word.
Read it, write a review. It's so good. Like, and it's not even just like exaggerating or because we know you. Like, it's really that good.
And it's not like she's just spilling tea.
Yeah.
Like, she's not trying to turn nobody down or
It's literally her story.
it's literally just her story.
From her point of view, from her experience.
And it's to let women know, and men too, because men go through
stuff too.
men go through it too. But it's to let people know that no matter what you go through, you can survive it. You can make it through it. And if you heal from it, go get healing, get therapy. Okay, talk to somebody about it, and talk to God about it. But when you heal, you can live a good life.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay in your pain. You don't have to stay in resentment and unforgiveness and anger. You don't have to stay there. You can truly heal from it and live your best life and live your abundant life here. So don't let the devil keep you stuck in your trauma and your pain. No. Get some help and some healing. And look, go to my website and let me help you. We'll take this journey of transformation together. And
How
I'll help
many? The first one was recorded, right? Is it still up? How long does it stay up when you record?
What are we talking about?
The
The online transfer. The first one was recorded. I haven't recorded them since. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, as long
So
as I
y'all
can
catch the
up.
next one.
Yeah.
Because I want to write in my
Yeah.
workbook.
Well, you got to come online. How about that? So y'all meet me online. Start fresh. Start at the next one. Start
Why?
fresh. Well, I mean, you're
I'ma
going to be
start at the
several
next one.
behind. You're going to be
'Cause
behind.
we just got a whole lot going on.
And a lot going on this
And because we can't commit fully
Yeah.
right now, I didn't want to
And there's
jump
homework,
in and out.
right?
Yeah.
And there's some self work you have to do, really.
So what we got to do like what after August? Stuff going on.
Yeah,
after August?
yeah. And that'll be perfect because the next one starts, I think, in September.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Mhm.
Because that's when stuff starts slowing down too. Yeah.
The Lord would just work that out.
I if you got something on my birthday weekend, then I won't be there.
Okay, so the weekend of September 22nd is blocked off because it's her birthday.
Period.
That's funny.
But yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Listen, email me, inbox me, go to my website. I am here to help you. This season of my life is all about helping you heal and be your best. So please get the book. And I'm not saying this. I'm saying it because the book will really help you. That's why I'm saying it.
Yeah.
And I believe it because the Lord told me to write it. And if I survived, there's purpose in your pain.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. There's purpose in you're not going through it for no reason.
Somebody
You're
will be
still here.
inspired.
I believe that. I believe
And I think it's dope because you can look at a person and look up to a person and be inspired by a person and maybe want what they have or want to live the life that they have, live the life that they live, or want to, experience the things that they experience, but you have no clue what they went through to get there. And so I think it'll be really inspiring because the people that do look up to you and see how you live now and all the love that you have and all the lives that you touch now, like they are able to see that, oh, I can actually relate to her. Like, it's not, some people just seem so, like, their lives just seem so unattainable or untouchable. Like, oh, I just want to get close to them, or I just want to. But then when you read the book and you realize, oh, she went through all of this. Like, it might be some stuff that they went through. And they like, oh, well, she went through all of this and she's here now. Like, I can do the same thing.
Do the same thing. Yes, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Really, is that you can do it. The Lord says, with Him, you can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think. With Him, I never in a million years thought that I would be where I am today. I never did until I gave Him that yes and said, "Okay, God, whatever you want to do."
I think it helps too because I was in therapy for a while. I loved it, but then like my therapist moved and I just had trouble finding a new one. So like just reading it and knowing that there's a workbook, she already gave me the tools to help myself. So now like having this, I can help myself more.
Yeah.
And then just all the other stuff that I incorporate, like I'm able to maneuver in a way to where I can still use everything that I have to pull myself out of whatever it is that I need to pull myself out of, and not like you know, we have those moments where we fall into like a deep depression. Like I don't do that anymore.
Praise the Lord.
Like I'm able to do the thing, and I really want to get back to one of the things I was doing when I was in therapy was trying to learn how to scrapbook. So I had ordered all this stuff from Sheen, and I just ordered like a little blank notebook, and I was just one night putting stickers together, and that was helping a lot. So I think I want to like get back to doing that. I've got this whole stack of books from when we went to the Healing Summit. So I want to pick them up and start reading them. So
Praise the Lord.
I got me a woman's study Bible, and I have and I've been doing that. And I picked it up, you know, we said, you know, just pray on the word and start reading. Well, I still didn't know where to start. So my 52-week study guide that I told y'all I had ordered, y'all need to pay attention when Amazon has those book sales, because I got all these new books I'm excited about. But the 52-week Bible study guide, basically it gives you all of these prompts, questions to answer. Like, how do you feel about something? What do you, like the first couple questions was, what do you think your strengths and weaknesses are when it comes to your faith? And then on the side here, it has the daily reading. So right now, starting in Genesis, and I have to read, you know, 1 through whatever within 7 days. So it's basically saying you can get through the Bible in 52 weeks. And I was like, I was really reading. I was like, but now I want to, like, I'm going to read it all, but then I want to be able to go back and obtain the information and really know it. And not saying I'm going to be out here giving people the word, because, you know, you never know what's going to happen. But I want to know it for myself.
For yourself.
So that guide and the study Bible, really, it helps a lot. I'm excited.
You just grown.
I'm excited, y'all.
Excited too.
I love that I know I'm about to be 34, but I love that
My mama said we was 30 earlier.
I know I'm 30.
Okay, y'all 30-ish.
Yeah. But I love that I have started getting back in my word now.
Yeah.
Because being in church my whole life, of course, you hear scriptures like spoken back to you, or they be like, we're going to have everybody stand for the reading of the word. Then you read it while you're in church, and then you just,
That's it.
whatever. Or you hear the preach word, you hear the stories in the Bible. But I was like, I'm going to start at Genesis, and I'm just going to read. And being able to read and like read in the Bible and it line up with like the things that I've been hearing like my whole life, and like, oh, that's what I was talking about. Or, I remember we walked out of a restaurant and it had been raining and a rainbow was in the sky, and I told Dan, I said, I just read that in Genesis that God said that whenever you see a rainbow, this is a reminder of the promise that I said,
Child.
I just read that last night.
I love
And so, like, to actually see in the word all of the things that we've been taught for all of these years, and now I can obtain it because it's like, I've heard this for so long. Now it's just me, like, actually seeing it for myself. And I can actually, like, remember it now and not fall asleep while I'm...
not fall asleep.
Because I used to fall asleep every time I opened the Bible.
Because you have that personal relationship with him.
Yeah, because I like
Yeah.
sit there and I'm like, ooh, let me keep going.
Let's get in trouble.
Yeah. Because I think I'm at the I'm getting ready to get past the point of Noah and starting the building of the ark. So
That's good.
I was like, now hold on, some tea up in here.
Wow, that was doing some things.
I was like, I
You
don't
know
know.
what else you can put with that to give it a little flavor? Amazon Prime has movies that go with scripture, right? So they've got a movie about Saul turning to Paul. They've got a movie about Noah. They've got a movie about Abraham. So yeah, so go to Amazon. Flavor
I like a visual.
Yeah. And they have, I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not, but they used to have a kids movie on Netflix. that talks about the Bible,
Hmm.
and it was so good. I forgot it's like something night. It was good. If I can find it, I'll send it to y'all.
Let us know.
Because I was reading the story of Moses, and I went and watched The Prince of Egypt. After I was like, okay,
Is that a movie?
you ain't never seen The Prince of Egypt?
I ain't never heard of it.
Is it on Prime?
What's it on?
Where I watch it at? I think I watched it on Disney.
How long
Disney
is it?
Plus. It's not long.
Okay.
It's not long at all.
I be trying to watch a
It seemed
movie.
longer when I was younger,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but watching it as an adult, it's not long. It's
On
good
Disney?
though. It's
It's
real
good.
Look
good.
at my phone
It's
so
good.
I don't forget.
It's
I
good.
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I do. I like watching the movie, reading the story in the Bible, then watching the movie, and then some of them, of course, they give
Mm-hmm.
what they call artistic license or whatever,
Yeah.
so they throw a little extra in there. But as long as you know the word,
Mhm.
right, then you're like, yeah, like you said, to put a visual with it.
Mhm.
So it really brings the Bible to life, which is what I love the Bible. I
It's like
love the word.
it really is some good stuff.
Did y'all watch what's the movie that they came out with? It was about the Bible. It was about Jesus. What's the movie?
Passion of the Christ.
Yes. Did y'all watch it?
Yeah.
We saw it at the theater,
Mm.
and we all left snotting
It
and
was
crying.
bad.
It was heavy.
Mm.
The first time I watched it, I think I covered my eyes on a lot of like the crucifixion and stuff.
Mhm.
That scene in general
Yeah.
is just hard to watch, but to know that as hard as it was to
It
watch it
actually
in that movie, it was probably 1,000 times worse
Mhm.
in real life. Because I read something and it was like when they say that they nailed his hands and his feet to the cross, they nailed his wrists
Mhm.
on top of each other, and they put his feet on top of each other and drove a stake through the, like your wrist.
Mhm. The thickest part.
And I forgot what they said, what tendon or whatever it was that it went through, but it like will shoot pain through like.
Mm.
And the fact that
You can feel it.
Start crying.
the fact that he would do that for people he don't even know, like
Mhm.
the fact that he would do that for people that he know is gonna like mess up for the rest of their lives,
Yeah,
and he was like, "Nope, I'll do it."
I'll do it.
That's
Forgive
crazy.
them, for they know not what they
Mhm.
do.
That is insane. I mean, not insane. Thank you, Lord.
Like, no, but what you just said is, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it.
I would not do
I
it.
wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it for Brandon.
Right?
I mean, but I'm not at Brandon.
Right. But he did it.
He did it.
Knowing. He know us. He know we rap.
And he didn't do anything wrong. He was the only perfect person on this earth.
And did it. Knowing that we wasn't going to do right.
I wonder what the people that crucified him, I wonder how they felt like after they found out that he rose again and they put away, they crucified an innocent man. I wonder like what they were feeling.
I don't know, but the amazing thing is, guess what? He died for
He
them.
died for them too.
Died for them too.
Ain't that something?
Died for them too. He
I'm
said,
going home
"Forgive
and read
them."
some
They don't,
more.
they don't even know.
They
don't
have
know who I
no
am.
clue.
They have no
They
clue.
don't know.
Forgive them because they don't even know.
They might know or feel like they're doing something wrong, but they don't even know the significance of what they're doing. But because I do,
Well, I'm gonna have to watch it as an adult.
yeah,
'Cause we was like
yeah.
what, teenagers when it came out, right?
I've watched it like 2-3 times since then.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 times since then.
I don't think I was ready to watch it again.
Yeah.
Cause it's intense.
And,
But I do. I will watch it now.
and the man who played Jesus, the fact that he actually like, I read the whole thing of like what all he went through while like playing that role, how cold it was when he was out there hanging on that cross, how when they were acting the scene of beating him, that he actually got hit with the thing in it.
Had a nine-tailed
And it
flesh
pulled
out
the
of-
flesh out of him. And how he, I forgot like what sickness he got while he was playing the role. And he had to be hospitalized for a long time after he played the role. But he was like, I have to.
The fact he looked like him.
Yeah.
He,
Well, he looks like
like
what we
what
imagine.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. He loves us that much.
Now that's love.
That's right. He loves us that much.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Loves us that much.
You don't even know what love is.
Don't know
until
what love is until you experience it.
Until you really like
Accept his
internalize
love.
what he
Accept his
did for you, and then like really build a relationship with him. Because when people be like, well, how do you know that God is real? Well, you won't know that God is real until you have an encounter with him and you cultivate a relationship with him. And when I spoke in tongues for the first time, I said, you ain't got to tell me that God is not real. Because what was that came out of my mouth?
That part.
Did you look it up?
That part.
No, you don't even
You
know.
don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying.
Is there like a layout of what some of it means? No.
Some
But you
people
don't
have
know
the
what-
gift of interpreting
Yes,
tongues.
they do. Yes, they do. But you yourself, while you're speaking it, you don't know what you're saying because it's a spiritual prayer language. So you have no idea what you're saying.
That first time that I received the gift of speaking in tongues, I will never forget. We was in choir rehearsal, Anointed Voices Gospel Choir at Northern Kentucky University. If y'all went to NKU, y'all already know what it is. But this guy named Keith Justice, love Keith. He was so anointed. I had the biggest crush on Keith. Keith, if you ain't know that, you know now. I had the biggest crush on him, but it wasn't because I was like, oh, he's so fine. He was so anointed. I was like, I had never met a man like him. He was just so happy all the time and just joy. But he came up to me and one of my friends, and he told us, he said, God is going to give y'all a gift of speaking in tongues, and y'all going to get it soon. We was like, excuse me? First of all, this is random. He was like, no, like, I really feel in my spirit that God is going to give y'all a gift of tongues. We went to a Bible study at, I think it was the University of Cincinnati, maybe like a week or two later or something. And they asked everybody to come down, get in a circle. We was going to have a prayer circle or whatever. Somebody started praying, then everybody started praying, and I could not hear anybody's prayer. I was like, I started getting annoyed a little bit. And then I checked myself and I just prayed. I said, Lord, let me hear whatever it is that you want me to hear. And so I remember hearing Janelle start praying. And I could only hear him. And so then I just felt myself moving like towards the middle of the circle. But I didn't feel myself walking. I just felt myself moving. And my eyes were still closed. I still had no clue what was going on for real. And then I think I felt like hands being laid on me or whatever. But everybody was praying at this point, so I don't know who it was. And then all of a sudden, he was like, you know how they say, raise your hands or whatever. And then I think it might have been Keith, he was like, just say Jesus. And I said Jesus, but I couldn't stop saying it. And I kept saying Jesus, and then Jesus started turning into tongues. And I was like, and I couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Because once it flows, it flows.
and it flowed
Yeah.
for a long
Yeah.
time. And then I just felt all of this peace come over me. And we went back to campus, and I fell asleep. And I thought I fell asleep, but like my spirit was still speaking in tongues all night.
Yeah.
And I woke up
Worship.
and I called my mama. I said, Mom, I said, guess what? She was like, what? I said, I spoke in tongues last night. She was like, girl, what? And I think like she was excited or whatever. But then I remember coming home from school one weekend, and we went to church. And I remember it happening again.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I like,
I remember that.
and I I opened my eyes and I
you
realized I was
At the altar.
altar,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just speaking in tongues. She lost it.
Uh-huh. I remember.
But that was like,
Yeah.
you can't tell me God ain't real after
No.
that.
Mm-mm.
Because you have no clue what's happening. And people be like, oh, they're just possessed. Possessed by the Holy Spirit.
By the
That's
Holy
about
Spirit.
it.
By the Holy Spirit. Yeah.
I've started writing my dreams down.
Good.
Yeah, well,
Good.
actually, no, take it back. I didn't write mine down. I wrote Charlie's down because when I first,
I need you to write yours down.
I'm gonna have to. I haven't had none that like I've been able to see like I normally do, but like I know when I first got to base, did the new members class, and you know you tally up all your gifts or whatever. My gift ended up being like hospitality and dreams.
Mhm.
If y'all don't know, I can see my dreams very vivid. And I can describe them like I remember majority of them. And now Charlie's starting to say, when she gets up, she's like, "Mommy, I had a dream," or she'll say, "Mommy, I didn't have a dream today."
Oh,
And I think the last one I wrote, because I was like, "Oh, it was a lot going on," but I was like, "I'm just gonna start writing them down to see what they are." But I'm gonna see. I wonder if I can find it. Yep. She said the last one. She said, "Mommy," she said, "I had a dream." She said it was a big mustard truck and people went into the house. She said, "I flew home and then went to the doctor and I came back."
She went to the doctor.
Well, I think she was saying that it was me. It was a big mustard truck and people went into the house.
A
And
muscle
I,
truck?
like, "Mommy, mustard."
Mustard truck.
mustard
Like the yellow?
I don't
Yellow
know.
color?
She didn't say that. She just said, "I saw a big mustard truck and people went in the house." And then she was talking about me. She said, "Mommy, you flew home and then went to the doctor and came back."
The fact that she can remember all of that.
I mean,
As a
literally,
child.
she wakes
Yeah.
up
Wow.
and she
Yeah.
literally will wake up and like I'll be in the bathroom and she'll wake up and come in the bathroom. She's like, "Mommy, I didn't have no dreams today."
Well, I'm gonna need you to write all
I'm
of
gonna
them.
start writing them down.
Write yours down, write hers down, because yes, dreams are either the Lord giving you a preview of what's to come or what He wants you to come. So your dreams are your your spirit, right? But you're wrapped in flesh. Your body's flesh, right? But you are spirit. So when you dream, you're in the spirit realm. So either it's you and the Lord, right? And He's telling you either He wants you to do something or what's to come, or He's showing you vision or whatever, giving you instruction, or is demonic, right? Depending on what the dream is, and it's either a spirit trying to attack you in a certain area of your life, or trying to block something that the Lord wants to do in your life, right? So trying to hinder your destiny of what He wants to do. So that's why it's so important to write them down. And I'm just learning this, of course. I'm
I've Googled
on
some.
this new journey of learning what dreams mean when it in spirit spiritual warfare, right? So demonic spirits and dreams and all of that. So yeah, because God has really taken me on this path of learning about spirits and then deliverance. So and I'm trying to be obedient, because I don't know what God wants to do after He's delivered me and allowed me to see the spirits that I have battled with, and then learn what I learned from them. Then I know that He wants me to help somebody else.
I believe that
because
too.
it's real.
Because it was
so
like at
real.
one point I kept having them about snakes, and I had to look it up,
Yeah.
and I forgot what it said, but I need to start Googling like the biblical
Yes.
version of it, because I was just like Googling like drink
Go
snake.
to
Let me write it down.
write down. Go to on YouTube. He is for me, what I've learned since I've been doing this research and on this journey, he is the most in-depth teacher that you understand. And it's all I mean, everything's from the Bible, so it's not Google, right? His name is Minister Kevin L.A. letter L, letter A, Ewing, Ewing. If you have dreams, go to YouTube, Minister Kevin L.A. Ewing. His book, I've got two of his books, Prayers That Work. And these are the prayers that you pray when you wake up from a demonic dream, right? And it's crazy because when we talked about it, she was seeing spirits at a young age, wolves and dogs in the house. I've seen them. She's seen dark shadows, figures in the house with animals. I've seen them. So we've been we've been battling demonic spirits for years and didn't know how to fight them.
Y'all, I had this dream when I had to be like 3, because we came back to
Yeah, it was
when
in
I was
Germany.
4. Yeah. So we lived in Germany when I was young. And I woke up from this dream and it was so vivid, I thought it was real life.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, "Y'all, a wolf came to the door." And I just believed it with everything in me because it was so vivid. I said there was this big wolf, and he was standing on 2 feet like we would, but big. And he literally came to the front door. And we opened the door, and it was this wolf standing on 2 feet. And I wasn't necessarily scared, but I was like, why is this wolf at the door? And I woke up. I told Michael first, my brother. And I think he believed me because we was young.
Right.
But I told y'all, and I think y'all just brushed it off. But I was telling them for years.
Years.
I was not letting it go because I was like, I know I'm not crazy. Like, there was a wolf at the door. And she literally just told me a couple weeks ago, she was like, no, I believe it now.
I believe it now.
That was a demonic spirit. And
Yeah.
I believe it too.
Yeah, and because now I've seen dogs in my house, in my dreams, in the spirit realm, right? So I've been fighting these spirits. I mean, heavy. Oh my gosh, where they call it sleep paralysis when you're in your dream and something's holding you down and you can't move and you can't speak. I've had a lot of those.
I used to have that all the time.
I still get it.
Spirits.
I
Demonic
think it's
spirit.
keeping me in my
Yeah.
it don't even have to be a bad dream. I think I'm just trying to really finish the dream. And I'll get like sleep paralysis, or I'll wake up. I can go back to sleep and put myself back where
In that same
in the
place. Wow.
dream.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
can do it now too.
yeah.
Wow.
I can put myself back where I was because I want to
think it's
finish
called
out the
lucid
dream.
dreaming. Yep.
I'll go on for a minute and tell Mel about it.
Because some people can not necessarily control their dream, but like I guess guide like what's going on in their dream. But I think the first time I wanted it to happen and it didn't. I was having this bomb dream. And it was this guy, and he was like I guess the man of my dreams or something. And we was on this like boat dock or something. It was so romantic. The sun was setting, and he was standing like at the end of the boat dock or whatever, and I was like walking towards him. And then one of my friends busted in the room and woke me up out of my dream. She was like, hey, girl. I was like, what are you could have texted first or something. She was like, well, I was just in the area. I said, well, you need to call first next time. So then she left. I tried to go back to sleep and go back into it, and it was over with. I was like, but then, like, I guess the older I got, I realized that some dreams that were, like, really good dreams, if I woke up, I could go right back to sleep and go right back into the dream.
I be hyped when I can.
Never been able to do that.
I like when my mama first bought her house. She's been there since I was like 11. We had some kind of storm and it was an outage. And I remember getting in the shower and I was not fazed by what I saw. And I got out of the shower and the mirror was steamy. And I just remember seeing an older woman's face pop up in the mirror and she was smiling. And I told my mama what I saw, and she said, yeah, that was the lady that lived here before. Like, she had passed away. But she was, like, smiling. I've never seen her again.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
and I told her that. Because I think she had, like, passed away before she had bought the house, which is why the house went up for sale. But other than that, I hadn't seen nothing else.
Wow.
I've seen quite a few spirits. I've seen a guy that we knew. He took his own life, and I thought I was the only one that saw him when we went out in a club one night. I wasn't the only one to see it. One of my friends, she saw it.
Oh, wow.
And when I turned back around, he was gone.
Shut up.
That's crazy.
Another one of my friends did the same thing, and I just remember they said that they was gonna pull the plug, and I went in the room. It was raining outside. I was holding his hand. They pulled the plug. It stopped raining. The sun came out. And then a couple days later, I was just sitting in my room, and I was just trying to figure out, like, why would he do it? And he came to my dreams, and he said, I'm all right. He said, I'm going to get to where I need to go. He's like, don't even worry about me. And I've not seen him since then.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
And I be telling people, I'm like, y'all, my granddaddy died. They let off white doves where his gravesite is, like somewhere out Westport Road. For a while, if I would go under the viaduct, I could see those white doves. And you don't see white doves, right?
Ever.
No. I could see them. And I asked my friend who was in the car with me if she saw them. She couldn't see it. So it's really a
Oh,
thing.
we gonna pray. Oh,
It's
cause
a thing.
God's got something amazing for you to do.
And
Wow.
it's not scary to me. You know, some people be
right,
freaked out about it, but
Mm.
I'm glad I can see it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, if I'm like overthinking, or if I feel like I'm thinking too much, and I know I'm getting ready to have a bad dream, I try to think of something else,
Mhm.
or I try to like shift in my sleep so that it'll go away. It's wild.
What that is.
I remember I saw Granny
That's
in my
amazing.
dream one time.
I've seen my granny in my closet.
We was, I don't
In
remember
your
where we
closet?
were. You said what?
In my
my
closet.
I thought you said in your coffin. I was like,
Now you done went too far.
that's a lot. But I don't remember where we was, but it was a staircase, and she was standing at the top of the staircase, and I'm like walking towards her, and I'm crying, and I was like, I want to come with you. I want to come with you. And she was just like, no, you got to stay here. You got way more work to do. And I'm just bawling, and I wake up, and my pillow is soaking wet because I'm like crying in real life. That happened a while ago too. That's crazy. Yep.
I've never seen her. I've prayed and talked to her, even though I know she's gone. But
Mhm.
when I was going through the divorce with your daddy, and I was like, I really need you. I really need you here to help me through this. To talk. I need you here so I can talk to you about it, right? But no, I've never seen her.
Have you like felt like some people be like, I feel her praise, I feel her with me.
I told my mama that because the first time I seen her in the closet, she was sitting in a rocking chair. The next time I saw her, I was getting ready to have Charlie, and she was holding her.
Oh wow.
I don't think I had Charlie. Either I hadn't had her yet, or she just, I had just had her. But I dreamt of what Charlie was gonna look like.
What?
Yeah.
She said
and-
she looks exactly like she
Yeah,
did in her
she
dream.
looked exactly like my dreams. And I told my mama she was holding her because it was the exact same. I have a picture in my phone of my granny holding me. It was the exact same thing that was in that picture that she was holding Charlie. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She came to work one day. She said, I had a dream about what Charlie was gonna look like. I wonder if that's what she's gonna look like. And I remember after she was like, she looks exactly like she looked in that dream. I was like, that is insane.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's your gift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
You are absolutely gifted.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Now, people, dream about something, you just can't dream.
Right, you
Tell
can't just
somebody to
conjure
dream
up a
about
dream.
something.
Right. No.
People gonna be like, well, here, tell me what my dream.
Even down to the shopping stuff, like we visualize that stuff.
Yeah.
The same time, but at separate times.
I knew like I didn't know what space we was gonna be in, but I knew that we was gonna have black chandeliers. I knew we were gonna have black and white striped walls. I knew that we were going to have ample amount of parking. I knew which side we were gonna be standing on. I forgot what else because I had wrote it down because somebody was like, if you have a vision, write the vision and make it plain. So I wrote down everything. I sent it to Deanna. She had a dream about what she had came back and told me what the name was gonna be, and all of this. I was like, so
We weren't even like real close yet.
no.
And I had a dream, and
She said, we're going to have a salon together, and it's going to be called Man and Beauty Bar. And I was like, okay. But then I had wrote that down, and when we walked in Sola, and he was like, well, this will be the studio. It was the biggest double studio that they have in there. We both walked to our stations. We didn't ask who was going to be able. And when I looked up and I saw them black chandeliers in there, I was like, yep, this is exactly where we're supposed to be at.
yeah,
Yeah.
craziness.
Wow.
That's dope.
It is.
I feel like I can see spirits. I can sense spirits, but I don't see faces. But I'd be like, something's in here. And I might see like a shadow or something.
You can feel them like on people
or I
walking
can
on the
feel,
street.
I remember when y'all said, and I didn't believe you. Now I know that you were right. When we were having something at my house one time, something. I don't know. And I think you said, I feel it too. Something
touched us. Yes.
touched me.
Something brushed
past
past.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, ain't nothing in here but some angels. Shoot. No.
It's crazy.
Yes, it was a spirit. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Because I've been fighting them.
Mm.
Yeah. But because I never experienced them while I was awake, it was only in my dreams when I was asleep, right? So that's why I was like, man, ain't nothing in here. But oh yeah, yeah,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But now Jesus, when I say my house is clean, all of this is clean. This whole house is clean. Oh my gosh, I am completely delivered. Now the thing is, I have to stay that way. So now when I know that they try to come back, if I have a thought or even in my dream now, if it tends to like that's like have a scary dream or something, but if it just seems negative or whatever, then I immediately wake up and pray. Because I'm like, nope, I'm not even receiving that, right? I reject it immediately. So I don't watch anything that'll bring.
I don't either.
No, I don't watch, which we never have, like watch spirits and stuff like that. But I mean, just anything, even like, because I dealt, and I'm just gonna be completely honest, I dealt with the spirit of sexual perversion, and it was because I was molested at such a young age, right? So because I had that spirit, now I know this. So that's why I've dealt with so much throughout my relationships and marriages. So now when I have those types of dreams, well, I haven't since the last couple of weeks now that got rid of that bed.
That's right.
That last thing. Not knowing that even though I got rid of the person and I prayed against the spirit, but because I still had that point of contact, that peace still in my head, that was a point of contact for that spirit to still keep attacking me. But now it's gone, and I have not had a fight with that spirit. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we give demonic spirits license to attack us depending on what we allow in our lives. Whether it's people, things, I mean, even movies that we watch and music that we listen to, when we open up our thoughts and allow it in, then we give them that opening. And so that's why the Bible tells us to keep your house clean and fill it with the Holy Spirit, because if you don't and you allow a spirit back, a demonic spirit, unclean spirit back in, then he's going to bring more back in. Right? So you got rid of that one, now he bringing him and his friends back.
Keep your friends over.
Friends. Oh, ain't nobody coming back in here. No, this house is clean and filled up with the Holy Spirit.
Last one, but when we sent the text, and me and Mel had sent the same thing about like working, and I was like, I wonder what that was. We instantly got busy.
Instantly.
After we sent you that text message.
Like, we were struggling about whether or not we wanted to keep doing her. We literally both woke up feeling the exact same way. I had just finished praying like, Lord, I don't know what it is that you want me to do, but something's got to give, and you're going to have to do something. And I was just feeling defeated. And then as soon as I finished praying, Deanna had sent this long text, literally saying the exact thing that I had just finished praying about. And it was just so dope, too, the way the day ended up, because it was like, he was like, no, just hold on. And we got to the shop, and when I say he sent the perfect client, the perfect combination of clients, the energy, the vibe, everything, it just like renewed us right then. And then we got so busy.
We busy till like August.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's crazy.
I'm thankful for that.
I'm also thankful that it feels like we, all three of us, started going on this like deeper spiritual journey at the same time. And we had you to help guide us. Because we didn't know where was I going? It's like I've been in church my whole life, but it's different to be in church and having an actual relationship.
Yes.
And I'm not scared to ask questions because there's so much stuff that I don't know.
And me too.
Like, so if anybody said anything to me, all I can say is, because I don't
Yeah.
know. And now, like, wanting to learn it for myself,
For yourself. Yeah.
it feels good.
And I think we was all going through similar things at the
Yeah.
same time.
We were.
And we was all fed up.
That
We
part.
was like,
That part.
we gotta do something.
Yeah. And it feels good for me because y'all my legacy. And knowing what I'm leaving behind, which is another reason why I wanted to write the books, was to leave something behind, not just my house and life insurance, but to leave, yes, my work, but to leave the lessons, right? And an impact, because I want a legacy. I want this to continue, right? And yeah, so that feels good. It feels good that you get to take the journey with me, but then you get to continue to carry it on when I'm gone.
I'm excited for everything. Like, I'm getting ready to be able to have my baby on, like, a competing dance team. Like,
so good.
and
So good.
But my thing has, and I know, everything's not about finances, but my goal has been to pay down my debts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've been doing that.
That's
And I'm able to pay for what she's going to do. And I'm not in it by myself, but I depend on me. And I'm able to do that for her. So that is exciting to me. So
And she's so excited.
she's so excited. And I love that for her. And I'm just,
good.
I'm
And
like,
you're such a great mom.
oh, thanks.
You are. You're a good
Thanks. I
mom.
love my baby. But
And I could tell that she's like really coming out of her shell.
She is.
And-
Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy. You talking to me? Yeah.
She came in the shop. She said, I'm a ladybird. I said, okay, girl. And that's the U of L dance team. And so I was like, that's right, speaking into existence. But it's
She's gonna be great.
mm-hmm.
She is.
excited
She's
about
gonna
it.
be great. I'm excited. This was great. Y'all, I'm so glad to be back.
You can come back anytime.
All right. Y'all heard them.
we gotta
So,
do
I'll
we
be
still
back
gotta do the takeover episode because we
Okay.
still got our friend that wants to meet you. So we're gonna let y'all take over.
over.
Paradise, the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably another favorite.
Yeah,
guest.
he loved your episode.
He said you was his favorite guest. So I think out of y'all two, y'all are like up there as guest favorites.
Well, Paris, the vibe.
Paradise.
Oh, I done messed it up.
They messing up somebody's name.
Okay, y'all, I do. I'm really bad. I will mess up a name in a minute. Paradise, the vibe. Can't wait to meet you.
So we'll let y'all do a little takeover.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
We can be the guests. Y'all be the host.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
I won't sit in a chair over here on this.
Gotta sit on the couch. Well, no, all four of us can't sit on
Yeah.
the couch. We'll work it out, right? Okay. All right.
Well, this has been great.
It's been so good.
We hope y'all have enjoyed it as much as we did. We was just talking, chit chatting.
That's what I like to do. I just like to talk.
No, we told y'all we talk about everything
Everything.
On
on this
pod.
here podcast.
This hurl.
We talk about what we experience in life, and Jesus is a part of that. Jesus is the strength and the source of my life.
Churchy. She can't help it.
I can't help
So churchy.
They said build your foundation.
That's right.
That's what they said
On
today.
solid rock.
Ooh.
That's what they said.
They said.
So y'all get the book.
Get the book.
Get the book.
Read it.
Go to Amazon. And when you read the book, please leave a review.
Leave a review.
Please.
And
Let
if you're
everybody
not
know
gonna
how
read it,
much you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Get it.
I was gonna say.
Give it to somebody.
Give it to one of the young gals.
Yeah.
Now take a journey of transformation. Do the self-work. Do it. I promise you, you will truly be transformed at the end of the journey.
And
Okay.
it's perfect because a lot of people don't know where to start.
Right. Because I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time that we have you back,
Uh-huh.
we need to have some pages done and work.
Yes. Yeah.
So can we do a couple without going to the classes if we wanted to, or should we just follow with the class?
I mean, yeah, you can do it on your own without going to the
Because
class.
everybody's not going.
Everybody's not going to take
Yeah.
the class. So yeah, it is a course in and of itself. So you don't have to go to the class to do it.
So we can do a few pages
You
and then
can.
regroup, and it'll be a part of our interview.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go to Amazon or again, my website, sheismeministry.com. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on IG, follow me on Facebook. Talk to me. Jump in my comments and stuff. Y'all know how y'all do it.
Not the DMs.
Not the DMs.
Comments,
Comments. The comments.
like, share, subscribe,
Review the book. You can even send me an email. Info@sheismeministry.com. Info@sheismeministry.com. Shoot me an email. I'll email you back.
She sure will. She love talking to people.
I love talking to people. I do.
This was great, guys.
This has been amazing.
Amazing.
I was just about to say something. If you got a question that you want to ask her, but you want to ask us and you want it to get back to her,
Yes.
you can text us.
Text us, y'all.
Send us a text message.
Like that.
You are listening on audio, go into the show notes and it'll have a button that says send us a text message.
Ooh.
Hit that and you can text us your question and we can ask her and we can read it on the pod.
Ask me anything. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Ask me anything. I'm an open book.
she is literally.
Get the book and open it.
And
Get the book, open it, read it, leave your review.
yes.
Email me. We'll talk about it.
Audio on Wednesday, visual on Thursday.
We'll be back next week.
Love y'all.
Bye.
This podcast was produced by B. Haywood for Confirmed Podcast Network. Confirmed.